Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Let's talk about it. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys. So now listen, agents, agents. Know your worth. This story is inspired by true events. Excuse me. This story is inspired by true events. Now, if you guys seen my interview on a real estate podcast with Michael Montgomery, we talk about the 8x8 touch campaign and a 33 touch campaign. All right. What that is once you start talking to a qualified, not a qualified seller, I guess once you qualify a seller, somebody that really wants to talk to you and might want to do business with you, or you want to do business with, let me say that. If they want to do business with you, it's kind of quick. You don't need the 8x8 or 33 touch. More than likely not. It's a way of making touches with the person 8 times before you put them in a 33 touch, and then it's 33 touches after that into the year. Okay, it could be an abundance of things: phone calls, door knocking, cards, emails, likes on Facebook, whatever. They just have to constantly see your name in an omnipresent form. Okay, so sorry about that. So now, what I do is I make sure that, everything is ran a certain way. Now, when I say that, I put systems in place, i.e. the 8x8 and the 33 touch. So if somebody's not ready to sell from the moment that I make the first contact with them, then every Monday, which is my follow-up Mondays, another touch happens. Pause. That was crazy. And from there, somebody calls me and says, "Hey, Chris, your marketing is great. Shame on the other real estate agents who don't follow up as much as you. Shame on this and the third. They must have money." I'm like, "Yeah, they must have the bag because I ain't got it yet. You feel me? They must got millions and millions and millions. I'm not at my first million yet. Once I get there, then I'll reevaluate how I should act." You feel me? So what do I do? Sorry about that. So what happens? What do? I listen. And if I'm marketing myself well, and you guys go on my personal website, chrisnewtonrealestate.com, you'll be able to see that I take pride in the quality of the photos of the listings that I do. I make sure once I have a showing, I sell the hell out of that listing. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into the listings that I take over and that I do. Like seriously. I make sure that I'm dressed well for the occasion. I make sure that my breath is good. Nothing in my eyes, everything. Like I really go in. I really go in for this, right? So you tell me that you love my marketing, you love the way that I market myself. I'm constantly doing touches with you. Chris, I just got one of your cards in the mail the other day. You just called me a couple of days before then. Chris, you are amazing. So it's between you and another agent that I want to give a listing to. Great. I'll never bad talk another agent to somebody else. Like a customer or client. I'll tell my colleague, this agent's trash. But like when it really comes to business and I'm talking to a prospect, I'm not going to sit here and trash nobody. It's reasons that things happen and so on and so forth. If the agent can sell it, great, kudos to them. I don't want nobody talking mucho about me, so I refuse to talk mucho about another agent to a client. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable practice for me. Unacceptable practice for me. So great. I'm still listening. It's like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I didn't expect a call. It's cool, you know. However, pick up the phone. I'm 24/7. You feel me? And here's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm listening. It's 2% with a 6-week exclusive. Excuse me? Yeah, it's 2%. And and said it enthusiastically too, like 2%, it's 2% with a 6-week exclusive. And I feel like it's gonna sell really, really quick because the Brooklyn market is on fire and boom, 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 boom. Great. I turned down the listing. Chris, why would you turn down a listing? It hurts my credibility. I wouldn't be able to properly sell the listing. Now let's take the two aspects. Let's evaluate. Like, let's really dig into these two aspects right now. First, 2%. You know how much negotiating has to happen. It takes up time. Let's say you want to do open houses. Let's say, like, everything that I'm putting into the listing to get a couple $1,000s back, that's a spit in my face. To say I love your marketing, I love what you're doing, so on and so forth, and then to offer me 2% is a spit in my face. Now, I do understand that customers and clients, they want to pocket the most money possible. However, to lead the conversation with the 2% was a slap in my face, and I didn't appreciate it. However, take the personal out of it. If I get a listing for 2%, and it's a cheaper listing, by cheaper I mean around 800,000. The way the splits work, yes, we have a fiduciary duty to our customer. 1,000,000% to our client. 1,000,000%, yes. However, it's human nature, it's survival, that if I have a buyer and I think that this property might suit them, and I ask what's the commission split, or I see that the commission split is 2%, that means I'm getting 1%. That means I'm going to have to do the negotiating with the other agent, probably have to deal with their attitude. I'm going to have to the appraisal, the inspection, the closing, so on and so forth. Like, so much has to go into it from the buy side, have to answer all of these questions, so on and so forth. For 1%, mind you, let's say that buyer's agent is on a 50-50 split. They're walking away with 0.5%. 0.5% of the final sale price. Let's also keep in mind, what's the fiduciary duty of a buyer's agent? To get the lowest price possible. So now, basically, just off nature, right? The nature of the business of a buyer's agent is to work against their own commission. Because we all know the more money that the house is sold for, the more commission for both the agents or the agents, whatever. That's how it is. So now the duty of a buyer's agent, if you want to look at it on the real estate side, is to work against his or her own commission. So if we got it listed at 800,000, he or she is going to 700,000. So he's not going to walk away with anything. sorry, they're not going to bring your client here. It's just off basic instinct. I didn't say instinct correctly. I said instinct. That's crazy. Instinct. It's just off basic instinct. So now, this is what we have to understand. That's putting me at a disadvantage. So even if I had the bag and I didn't care, because all I want to do for this listing is to make sure I build my resume. I got money. I just want to build my resume in this part of Brooklyn. And this is going to be a notch above that. I can take this hit off the 2%, with the 2%, so on and so forth, whatever. What is going to build my resume in this area, and this is where I want to be at. What happens then? I become the agent that'll do anything for 2%. I become the discount broker. Chris, he'll do it for 2%. Chris, he'll do it for 2%. How much? I got a guy that's super cheap. The disrespect that you are putting on yourself. What? Think about it. As a human, take the business aspect of it out of it. Just take the business aspect of it out of it for a quick second. When you got somebody that's cheap, don't you be like, I got somebody that's super cheap. You don't think that they will want full price for the services that they render to you? But then being that they do it for cheap or free because that's your friend, what's going to happen? Y'all got somebody that'll hold you down. Yeah, he's not expensive at all. You now become that agent. You now become, like I would become the 2% agent. Yo, Chris, this is my friend. Could you work with her, please? Could you please give her the 2% that you gave me? I already told her you would do it. Right? So you can already see how in so many ways that you're affected. There's others where those like the prominent ways right there. What I name 2, 3 prominent ways. Now, back to the other side, right? The 6 weeks. We're cutting out the buyer's agent because buyer's agents are not going to bring their clients. They're not getting paid for it. They're basically doing it for free. So now, that's a whole chunk of possibility of getting your property sold. That's gone. Whoop. Just because of the 2%. Now we're going to factor in the 6 weeks. Me, Chris Jerome Newton. I want to make sure that your property is positioned in the best way possible. That's what I want to do. So what's going to happen? 6 weeks from the day that we sign, a month and a half. Is it possible to sell in a month and a half? Absolutely. It's possible to sell in a week. If you have the connections, if you already kind of know the people, if the timelines and everything just add up, if the stars align, yes, it's definitely possible. But what I want you to understand is that the odds are against you. It's possible, but it's not practical, I guess. It's possible, but it doesn't happen so often. I need at minimum a week and a half to prepare for the launch of your property, because I want to make sure it's positioned in the best way possible. I'm not going with my phone and taking pictures of your property. No. Goes back to my other blog that I made before this, my other vlog that I made before this about being too professional, because some people will say, well, you don't need to bring a whole team of people in here to take the pictures. You can just take the pictures of this side and then, no, it doesn't work like that. No, you're trusting me with your most expensive asset, or maybe one of them, because you possibly got a million of them, you probably got a couple of them, you feel me? But you're trusting me with the most expensive asset that you have right now. So I need to take care of it as if it were mine. Okay? That's what you want. You want me to take care of it, or you should want me to take care of it as if it were my own. Now, that being said, I'm scheduling my photographer who's going to need days. He's going to need days notice in it, like a couple of days of notice in advance to be able to come out. Yes, my photographer is the best, if not one of them. Top 5 for sure. Blow all of y'all photographers out the water. Guarantee it. Don't play. Need some time to make sure he's available. These things have to get processed. Yes, he works quick. For me, yes, works quick. I can get my stuff in 24 hours. Sometimes, 48 hours. Most of the time, 24, depending on how many pictures we have to take. Description, product placement. If I'm doing a video, all of these things matter. Okay, show sheets. I have to position everything, right? Brokers open house, community open house days after. So we're going to launch on a Monday. So brokers open house is going to happen that Thursday, or I'll probably reach out to the brokers the Thursday before that Monday of the launch, and then have the community open house that Sunday, depending on how I'm feeling, depending on what's happening. But I need to make sure that I'm putting all my ducks in a row for your property to make sure that it's sold, that it's going to sell for the highest price possible. The first 30 days are crucial, right? And also, mind you, we're testing the market. The first 30 days are crucial because it's basically a test. It's a test. It's a testament to see if we're positioned correctly. Because if the first 30 days there's crickets after that big launch, what's going to have to happen? I'm going to have to relaunch. New set of photos, so on and so forth. Let's reshuffle these things, so on and so forth. Boom. This is what's happening. The market is suggesting a price reduction. And it's possibly a price reduction of $30,000, $25,000, $100,000, whichever it is, but now, so take out a week. I have 5 weeks left. 30 days have to pass for me to be able to grasp what's happening in the market. 30 days. I have a week after that if it doesn't sell. So I did all of this work just for the other agent to come in and swoop in for all the hard work that I did. You're going to give him 6 weeks as well? Because if anything, if he has 6 weeks, he really has 12 because I already marketed for 6 weeks. It's already been out there for 6 weeks. 123 Fake Street has been out there for 6 weeks already. They're not going to see Chris Newton. Like, they'll see it if they go into it, but it already has 6 weeks of beautiful marketing. It's already online. It's already on YouTube. It's already on all the powerful streaming things, and it costs me money to do all of that. It costs me money to do all of that. So you want me to put all of that at risk for 6 weeks? I can't. I'd be rushing to launch your property. I won't give it it won't have a fair shot. The whole thing of this is timing, marketing, positioning. Let me say that again. Timing, marketing, and positioning. That's what this is. The timing has to be right. And in real estate, unfortunately, time is not on our side. All right. The marketing has to be damn near perfect, if not perfection. And we have to make sure it's positioned in a certain way. So sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I can't take your listing because I care about it. I care about it. It's kind of like, you know, that person that you had to, you just know that you're not going to treat them well, so you just break up with them, and you love them, you want to be with them, they want to be with you, but you got to let them go because you care about them so much. You know that you don't make them happy, or you won't make them happy. You just know. So you care that I care about your listing so much, I'm going to have to walk away from it. I'm going to have to. And if it comes back, it's meant to be, right? That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. Can't tell me otherwise. Can't tell me otherwise. So agents, understand your worth, know your worth. All right. Don't don't box yourself into that discount agent bracket unless you want to be known as that. You know, to each his own. I'm not knocking anybody for anything. You want to be known as the discount agent, that's totally fine. That's your prerogative. I'm not judging you, bro. I'm not judging you, sis. Do you. Do you. It might be a volume game for you. You might want to be the discount agent just to build your resume. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, you want to do. That's cool. But just make sure that it's worth it for you. Know your worth. All right. You want to make sure that you have this big, great, like this, you're known as this kind of agent, like that takes care of the listings and so on and so forth. Like I take pride in my website. I take pride to know that all of my photos are all of my listings are professionally shot. I take pride in that. I do. So agents, know your worth. If you feel like you're worth 2%, you're worth 2%. Also, let them understand you're going to do a 2% job. If you know that you need more than 6 weeks, listen, let's give me 6 months. However, in the event I don't get an offer for your property in 6 weeks, we can have a new conversation. If I don't get an offer within 6 weeks, let's have a new conversation. We can either terminate this agreement or we can go about it another way. Because whatever you're going to do with the other agent, I can do now or after the 6 weeks. 9 times out of 10, the other agent is going to tell you to reduce the price. So we don't let's excuse me. I don't get you an offer in 6 weeks. I don't get anybody that's interested in 6 weeks. Let's have a different conversation. Let's talk about a relaunch. Let's talk about this, that, and the third. Because my main thing is getting you the highest price possible. I want to make sure you're positioned in the best way possible. Pause. That's something crazy. But that's what I need to happen. For the sake of you and your family. You're putting your family in my hands. I got to take extra care of that. Allow me to. Allow me to. And pay me fairly for it. Because I'm also putting my family in my hands at that point in time. And in yours. So please don't disrespect me or my family with a 2% offer again, please. Because I know what I'm going to do with your listing. I know I'm going to try my damnedest, my hardest to make sure this thing is sold. It's not going to just be a passive listing. It's not. If you pay me 2% and I agree to it, it's a passive listing. I don't care about it. If I get a buyer, I get a buyer. If I don't, oh well. I wasn't getting paid that much for it anyway. Let's be serious. Anyway, that was my thing for today, guys. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Talk to me, call me, text me, whatever. What's up? You know, I do this. I do this for the agents. I do this for the buyers. I do this for the sellers. I just need everybody to understand the real world of real estate. And you guys can grow with me as well. Y'all seeing me from on my phone to now this. I got the headphones on. I got, you know, I'm elevating, so you guys are seeing me grow, so on and so forth. Y'all lucky I don't know how to color everything as we begin, because my sweater is actually like a way better burgundy than this right now, but y'all don't see that. It's okay though, because once I understand how to do that, it's over. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Everything is Chris Newton Real Estate, chrisnewtonrealestate.com. My Instagram is Chris Newton Real Estate. My Facebook, Chris Newton Real Estate. Y'all want to email me, hey Chris at chrisnewtonrealestate.com, so on and so forth. I love you guys. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great one. Stay safe.